going on, everybody? I see you. I see you. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Okay, I like that. Let me know where you're coming in from, but I see you right now. I see you, Trinidad. Great morning, blessed and wonderful Saturday morning to you as well. Great morning. Welcome to the Mitch Race Podcast. So happy to see you all. I want to welcome you, MRPOGs, IG OGs, YT OGs, and FBOGs from around the globe. How are you all doing today? Excited to be here with you here for another weekend, another day, another Saturday. I want to thank you for investing your time and spending time with me here on the Mitch Race podcast. I am Mitch Race, and I help middle aged to seasoned professional men, younger males who are on their self image journey, just kind of starting out and trying to get it together, gain clarity and vision. Those who have distractions, help you to gain clarity and vision so that you can become the best version of yourselves while earning your desired high level income to match your image. I will help you to gain clarity. I will help you to gain focus. And I'm an image strategist, and I'm interested in helping people to kind of get to move towards their next level greatness by eliminating some of the things that actually stop us in our self image and our self esteem and our lack of confidence, in our invisibility, in all of those areas. And so that's why I'm here. That's what I do. I help people to kind of figure out what's going on. What is it exactly that is hindering them, hindering you all out there who are being hindered from your next level greatness, and get you moving in the right direction. So that being said, I want to welcome you again. Thank you, thank you. I want to welcome you, D. Walker Inspires. Welcome to the Mitch Race Podcast. Good to see you, sir. And again, Caribbean, Caribbean, Trinidad. Thank you. I'm just going to pop over to Facebook, if I may, for a quick second to see who is out there, who I may be able to welcome. I want to say great morning to Strong Island for being in the house. Thank you for being here. And that's what I see. That's where we are. I want to say thank you. And again, welcome. Thank you. I'm happy that you're looking forward to the masterclass. I'm certainly looking forward to the masterclass. Let me see if I can actually bring that up and show this to you for a little bit. Make sure I got the right one because I know I have a couple of them here. Let's see which one it is. I'm going to say it's this one. And let's see if we can get it to show up. Show on stage. If we don't, we're not going to waste time with it because we can always talk about it. Okay, you know what? I don't see it, so and that's okay. I will work on that. I noticed some new features that have been added, and I don't want to spend and take away too much of your time. I want to thank you again for being here. So today, this is what we're going to do. We'll be talking about my masterclass for sure, and that's going to be on Wednesday, September 24th at 6 p.m. And I will be there. So that being said, that's going to be again at 6 p.m. We can talk about it, but it's going to be 4 key steps to reframe negative and scarcity thinking to a positive, abundant, and confident self-image. So this is what we're going to do today. Today, we're going to be taking on self-doubt. We're going to be taking on self-doubt. We've all encountered self-doubt. Some of us are thriving and not giving self-doubt a chance to sabotage our work. Some people are encountering it regularly, daily, and feeling the effects in their self-esteem journey. And it is very, very much a journey as much as it is a muscle. Still, some of us have totally succumbed to self-doubt and are stuck in it, unfortunately, and we're unable to move forward. No matter where you are in any of these spectrums, uh, the ways that self doubt sabotages self esteem are sometimes hard to see. It can be hard to see it coming and offsets the good feeling about who we are, what we do, and how we feel about ourselves. And and we need to get past some of these things so that we can get to who we're becoming. So I'm here to unpack this a little bit and shed some light on just a few key ways doubting ourselves sabotages our self-esteem. So if you're ready to go, let's go. Welcome, DC. Good to have you here in the house. Self-doubt has played a role in many places in my life. Relationships, the workplace, uh, my career, my creativity, my purpose and calling, my spirituality, my finances, business, meeting new people, much like a lot of you out there. It's created paralysis in me moving forward to get some things and some tasks done that I would normally get done. Uh, After my self image crisis in Vegas in 2021, and if you don't know this story, I had a self image crisis in Vegas in 2021. That was just over a year after my mom passed in 2020 on March 10th. Self doubt was one of those things that partnered with scarcity thinking and a weakened financial mindset that was blocking me. It partnered with scarcity thinking, and it joined along with this weakened financial mindset that had blocked me from seeing how much I needed to trust, reinvest, and reinvent myself. And if I continued to subscribe to that level of thinking, that type of thinking, self doubt may have well sabotaged my self esteem to the point that I would not have discovered my purpose. I was going through so many things at that time, and my mom had passed, and I had a lot of, I just accumulated scarcity thinking. I had a lot of financial issues. I had a lot of personal issues that were going on in my life with relationships and probably just doing too much and not really paying close attention and being my healthiest self at that point in time. But I was going out there having a good time. At least I thought it was a good time as well. But those things about good times, you have to pay for them, you know. And and I did, and it just put me in a position that I didn't want to be in, and that you don't really want to. That nobody I think wants to kind of be in, and uh, you don't pay attention, you don't notice time goes by, and all of a sudden, like me, you find yourself in a Vegas hotel room at a business conference, wondering what the heck is going on. Why am I looking myself in the mirror, and why don't I see that self that I'm looking to see? Why don't I see that spark that that's usually in my eyes? Why don't I look the way that I think that I look? I really did not recognize myself. I was out of shape, um, but thank God that I was not out of time. I was not out of mind, and I just had a lot of things going on. I'd accumulated a lot of doubts, and even though I was acting happy and I was really doing my best to be happy out there, putting on my best face, it wasn't. It wasn't good enough. At least not for me, um, because I was actually faking the funk. You know, just looking to really to be my happiest self and present my happiest self, not without really even paying attention to deep down inside. There were other things going on, and they were manifesting themselves and coming to the surface. So I had doubted myself around that time, and I'm grateful that I was able to come to my senses, and the rest of my story goes that I doubted myself. I doubted whether I was enough. Um, I doubted if I could overcome my financial giants. I doubted if I wanted to be bold. I doubted if I had courage. I was really just doubting. That was just really doubting things. And I was just thinking about couching myself in the safety of my career until I was asked by my mentor to be part of a challenge that would change my life. He encouraged me that there was more greatness in front of me that was behind me and asked me to throw my heart over the bar just one more time and believe. And I did. I did. And I'm so grateful to Darren Walker for that. Um, Joining an amazing community, mentoring, coaching, praying, creating, and growing reboosted my self doubt, my confidence, and prepared me to be greater in my self image and what I saw in myself, which I knew to be true. Um, a new vision and a new outlook. It happened for me. And if it happened for me, I know it can happen for you. And I just want to thank you briefly for just letting me kind of like share my story and be a little bit vulnerable with you to let you know how self doubt um, had played this role in my life, which was not a good one. So, that being said, let's now talk about some of the ways that self doubt sabotages self esteem. Self doubt sabotages self esteem by fostering a cycle of negative self talk, perfectionism, and an avoidance of challenges, ultimately hindering personal growth and success. It can lead to behaviors like procrastination, check, fear of failure, check, difficulty making decisions, social comparison, and staying in toxic relationships, all of which erode your sense of self worth and competence. So, before we go into this, if you're getting value, please feel free to comment and please feel free to comment anyway. It's good to see you all again. Here are the six, at least, here are six, not the, but six specific ways self doubt sabotages self esteem. Negative self talk. Number one, a constant internal dialogue filled with criticism, demeaning thoughts, and self doubt reinforces a negative self image, making you believe you're not good enough or capable of achieving your goals. Certainly, what we say to ourselves matters. So, on this note, it really kind of behooves us to watch what we say to ourselves. And, this is so easy to fall into because on a daily basis and then even sometimes an hourly basis, depending upon what you're doing, negative self talk can kind of sneak in there and say what it wants and go unchecked and unchallenged. So, what I'd like us to kind of like look at is start challenging the negative self talk that comes our way. Start really paying attention to what it's saying and shut it down because it will make you believe that you're not good enough. It will make you believe that um, you don't matter. Your voice doesn't matter. Your story doesn't matter. And that is negative self talk. Perfectionism, setting impossibly high standards for yourself to avoid potential failure. Self doubt can manifest as perfectionism, which prevents you from starting tasks or making progress because nothing feels perfect enough. Perfectionism is a way that self doubt sabotages self esteem. Avoidance and procrastination, fear of failing or not being good enough, can lead to avoiding new responsibilities, opportunities, or challenging tasks. This avoidance, in turn, reinforces the idea that you aren't capable. Lies, creating a self fulfilling prophecy that harms your self esteem because you start avoiding things, you start procrastinating, you won't believe that you are good enough and that you are capable of doing the things that you are capable of doing and you have done before too. So that is a way that it sneaks into position to stop you from moving forward because you will procrastinate. You even the smallest of tasks will feel like weights. Number 4, self-doubt sabotages self-esteem with negative social comparison. Self doubt also excuse me, self doubt often leads to comparing yourself unfavorably to others. Believing everyone else is more talented or successful can make your own accomplishments seem insignificant and fuel feelings of inadequacy. Have you felt that? Have you ever felt inadequate by comparing yourself to someone else? And the thing is, sometimes we lie to ourselves and we will say, "Oh, I don't compare myself to anyone." When we're bombarded with messages from the media, we go online and on social media, and we see people who look better than we do, have a better body than we do, seem um, to just be able to have they have a as they say, je ne sais quoi about themselves that we don't have. Um, we look at their money, we look at their lifestyle, and it's hard to avoid. And I like to be honest. I think that we've all done that. I've done that. I've gone on and I've seen it's like, wow, I wish I looked like that. I wish I felt like that. Um, we've all done it. But there's a difference between, I guess, doing it unconsciously and allowing it to seep into our consciousness and into our lives than when we're aware of it. So my goal is to really make us aware of things that we can overcome and figure out ways when it does happen that we need to do that. But the first step is awareness. I do believe that. If you're aware of what you're saying to yourself and catching yourself in that moment, that's valuable. But there are times, yeah, no, when you have this negative, we have this negative social comparison as if we aren't enough and we are enough. So if you can relate, put that in the chat. Indecisiveness and fear of commitment. This is a way that self doubt can sabotage your self esteem. Indecisiveness and fear of commitment. A strong sense of self doubt can make it difficult to make decisions as you feel you'll make the wrong choice. This can extend to fear of commitment in relationships or career paths, leading to a feeling of being stuck. Staying in toxic situations. A lack of self esteem from self doubt can make you believe you don't deserve better, leading you to stay in unhealthy relationships or unfulfilling situations. You may also push away supportive people, making it harder to receive help and positive reinforcement. So I'm wondering as I look at this list and we of things and we were talking about all these different ways that some of the ways that self-doubt can sabotage self-esteem. How's that how's that affected have any of these things affected your life and how has that affected your life? I am concerned about a lot of people who don't really watch and listen to podcasts and who aren't part of a community and who don't have the right or the best people around them uh, to bounce feedback off and even to get fed from or even to help feed. I'm concerned about that. I'm concerned about um, younger adults. I'm concerned about young men, certainly, and young women, um, and middle aged, and yeah, and seasoned uh, males and people who are just kind of starting out on their journey and just wondering how self doubt has sabotaged their self esteem. Because, as I said before, for me, self doubt manifested itself in a number of ways in sabotaging and and really sabotaging my self esteem to a degree. And it was only through the things I just talked about mentorship, uh, community ship, family ship, and just being around great people and continuing my path of self development because I was on a path of self development before all of that. But it's just so much more worthwhile when you have all of the right pieces that are coming together and clicking and working in your favor. And it's important that we kind of connect and subscribe to the things that serve us and move away from the things that don't serve us. And I'm really happy and blessed to be able to do this podcast and talk about it more, because I can't help but really be happy if someone who really, really needs to hear this information, and I believe that we all do, including myself, we need to reinforce that information when someone really is out there that is really suffering from these things and they don't know what to do. And that may be you out there. You just don't know what to do. You don't know what the very, very first step is that you can take. But there are all kinds of solutions out here. As I said, podcasts, books, self development, free classes, courses. But self investment is a big part of, I believe, my life and the lives of others that we've been able to build from. So self investment is one of those things that I really, really recommend, and that I don't shy away from talking about, because it often goes to, um, whether or not you can afford something. And I was like that. I had adopted that mindset. There were times, but I realized I'd spent money in so many other ways. And it wasn't even investment; it was just spending money, and it didn't gain me anything really at the beginning, middle, or end. Um, as fulfilling as it, I thought that was in stuff, it was more fulfilling once I figured out that, yeah, investing in yourself is where it's at. Uh, if you're going to spend money, don't spend money. Invest your money. Invest your money in yourself, in things, and in people that are going to make a difference in your life and helping you to go towards the calling of your life. Um, so really kind of like that, there's a lot to be said about this, but I'm hoping that you're getting value from it. And I hope that you do understand what it is I'm talking about. Um, because if you're going to say an investment in a car is a great investment, it really is. An investment in a home is a great investment. I've invested in my home. But when it comes to investing in yourself, you should look at yourself as the greatest investment on the planet. That and investing in God, to be honest with you. Excuse me. You should look at those things as being the best investments. And I'm going to read some of your comments because I see you um, out there and you are lighting it up as always, and I appreciate it. But I think I'm going to come in for a landing. And as we come in for this landing and we start coming down, coming down, coming down, and getting our feet back on terra firma, I'd like to do a quick review of the 6 ways self doubt can sabotage self esteem, real quick. Number 1, negative self talk. Number 2, perfectionism. Big tip here: set simple goals you can meet for yourself instead of impossibly high standards for yourself you can't meet. I'll repeat that one. When it comes to perfectionism, set simple goals you can meet for yourself instead of impossibly high standards for yourself you can't meet. Self doubt can sabotage self esteem with avoidance and procrastination. Negative social comparison. Don't sell yourself short. Remember, you're in it for the long run, so don't compare your beginning to someone else's middle and end, because self doubt can sabotage your self esteem by negative social comparison and avoidance and procrastination and perfectionism, those things I just listed. Indecisiveness and fear of commitment. This was a tough one for me, but I'm an example and hopefully an inspiration of what can be. When you make the right decision and make a commitment to yourself and to things that serve you better. And I'm not better than anyone. I just look at, hopefully, what I'm looking at is true. And I believe that to be true about myself and my example. And as I said, it was tough because I just wasn't sure. I kept going back and forth. I definitely had a fear of committing to being better, looking at next level tools, trusting one more time. And it was tough for me. But again, I view myself as an example and hopefully an inspiration of what can be when you do take the time out, when you do realize that you're just full of it. And when you do look at yourself in the mirror and say, I'm worth it, I can be better, and I need to get better. I may not have a plan, but something's going to come my way. I just have to push. I just have to keep going. And I'm going to make a commitment to myself and to the things that serve me better. Staying in toxic situations, self doubt can sabotage your self esteem that way. Work not to let toxic, work not to let toxic situations create self doubt and sabotage your self esteem by pushing you away from a supportive community of people and resources that can help you grow and have more in life. You need positive reinforcement, not people and things that will keep you stuck. So, that being said, free masterclass. Yep, sponsored by Reframe University this Wednesday, September 24th at 6 p.m. Wednesday, September 24th at 6 p.m. 4 key steps to reframe negative and scarcity thinking to a positive, abundant, confident self image. I will be there. I'm hoping and believing and trusting that you will be too. I also want to welcome some new people and some people who are uh, just really great, awesome, amazing people. I want to welcome my friend and author and just amazing personality and woman of God, Dr. Barbara Kendall, and she and I were on a show. We did a Mitch Race podcast a while back. I'm going to be inviting her back soon, I am sure, and I hope she will say yes. And I also want to welcome first timer Coach Reginald Proctor. He's on Instagram, and I do recommend that you listen to what this brother has to say. Okay, because he's positive, he's inspirational, and he's one of the people who I follow on IG, and I'm just grateful to have you all and these two amazing people in my corner. I'm going to go over to Facebook, pop over if I may, and then I'm going to come back to Instagram. I'm going to go over some of these things that you all have talked about and you're commenting on. Let's see what we got here. I want to thank you, Sonia, for welcoming Dr. Barbara Kendall. And I want to thank you for registering. You registered before the registration. So many of you have, and I know that Shah has as well from Trinidad. Thank you for this comment. You are very inspirational. Thank you for sharing your story filled with empowerment. Amazing. So happy. Way to go. Way to go. Now, I'm always looking to see if I can see any comments on Facebook, and sometimes I can, and sometimes I can't. All right. So if you've commented, I want to thank you. And if I have not read your comment, please don't hold it against me. I will respond when I go back in. I'm just going to give a quick rundown of some comments here on Instagram, and then I'm gonna give you back the rest of your Saturday because I appreciate you all so very much. From DC, Anthony Smith, thank you so much. Self-doubt has to be contained consciously or snowball into a free falling avalanche of despair and potentially more serious harm. Thank you so much for that expansion. Brother Smith, I appreciate you. Brother Smith has an amazing podcast also. Dollars and cents. If financials are your bag, be there. If you don't have any financials in your bag, be there. All right, Shah. Self doubt makes you feel inadequate. Yes. Yes, it does. It does. Also from DC, self doubt, high octane, woe is me gasoline and can refuel automatically. Man, you better go on. Thank you for your congratulations, D. Walker. Darren, thank you so very, very much. Thank you for your inspiration and your love and commitment to my dreams and goals. And thank you for the congratulations on my upcoming masterclass. God bless you too, brother. All right. So, you know what? That looks like it's about it. It's been a great Saturday. I hope it's been great for you. Listen, I'm going to give you back your Saturday. Thank you again on Facebook. Thank you again on Instagram. Thank you again, YouTube. And I'm just going to pop over quickly to YouTube because I'm always curious as to what that looks like. And if there's anyone there, and I believe that there is, I just want to say thank you very, very much for being here and for all of your support here on YouTube. It makes a difference. You all are amazing. You've been amazing, and you continue to build and grow this podcast. Share it with somebody. It's not for me. It's just something I do. This is for others to be helped, for others to be inspired, and for others to be lifted up and prayerfully becoming their best version of themselves while earning their desired high level income to match their image, getting out of the land of distraction, which costs so much, and scarcity thinking, and giving them some vision and some clarity, um, helping them to gain those things so that they can go on and you all can go on with these things and these tools. So, again, free masterclass, Wednesday, September 24th, 6 p.m. 4 key steps to reframe negative and scarcity thinking to a positive, abundant, confident self image. I'll see you all again sometime this weekend, and I will see you all at the uh, at the masterclass. Just there's going to be a link. I will have that link. So just hit me up, Image 2025, or just say, "Hey, Mitch, me. That's me." Okay, I'd like some help with my self image. I want to be better in my confidence. I want to be better in my self esteem. I can help you. All right. That being said, let's go again. Until another, reframe your vision, reframe your value, and reframe your victory. This has been the Mitch Race podcast. And of course, I'm Mitch Race, and I'll see you all again soon. All right. Much love, much peace, and much prayer. Have a great, great weekend, everybody. See you soon. And thank you.